In front of me is a Realme 5 Pro, and today I'll go over unboxing along with a brief overview of the device. So this is the box that it comes in. I already kind of unpacked it a little bit, and also we'll use the device for a little bit, so I'll have a bit of an idea. Now getting it open, if it would slide up quicker, there we go. So you got the cardboard box. No one really cares about this, let's just drop that somewhere on the side. Then we got paperwork. Now normally I would say no one really cares about that, but it comes with a little case for the device, so that's very nice. Now I'm gonna set this on the side and show it shortly after, so you can see how the device looks like with it. I'll drop paperwork somewhere where it's not in my way. Then we got the device itself and everything that just fell out. So I'm also gonna set the device onto the side and come back to it shortly after. So there we got the charger. It's the VOOC 3.0 and it basically is a 20-watt fast charger, and they're claiming that it charges the phone to 50% in 30 minutes, so that's really nice. And it's actually a fairly compact brick, honestly. It looks kind of modern and nice. And now normally I wouldn't really care about the bricks, but this one looks intriguing. Just a paper, no one cares. And then we got the cable itself, so it's coated with this yellow color, also as the port of the charger. So I assume it probably has similar feature like the Huawei. Basically, when you're using their cable and charger, it will go in that like super fast charging mode where you can basically see the percentage go up. But I haven't tried it, so I don't know. So it's a Type-C cable too, so that's nice. And oh, there's also only, well, this thing left here, so the eject for the SIM card. So that's about it for the trash in the box. From here, let's get this out of here. So the device is already set up. Now I can open it up, as you can see. Also, where they put that, oh, there we go, there's the case. So let's actually drop it really quickly into the case just to see how it looks like. So I wouldn't necessarily call this the best case, honestly. The lip on here is just absurd. Like, I'm not sure if you can see this, but like this is just huge. You can clearly put it on the screen. It won't even be touching anything because of these bezels here on the cover. So personally, I'm not a fan of this. It feels really weird to just use the screen. It feels like you have kitty bumpers on the side of the screen, just so your finger doesn't accidentally slide off of it. So let's get this off of this. There we go. Okay, so let's just set that on the side. So to begin, the phone was released in September 2019, so it's at the point of recording this about like 8 months ago. And the specs of it, it's a 6.3 inch display. Now it's an IPS display, so nothing super fancy there. With the resolution 1080p, so 1080p at 1080 by 2340 with 409 pixels per inch. And also, if you care about the screen to body ratio, at this time it's the 83.6%. Then when it comes down to main pixel shooter, it's a 48 megapixel that shoots at 4K, only at 30 frames though, so don't expect any kind of mind-blowing results here. And as you can see, those are the 4 different cameras. And while we're already on the back, so you have also an 8 megapixel camera, which is a ultra wide. And then you have a 2 megapixel macro and 2 megapixel depth camera. And the 48 megapixel is a wide sensor, so that's, like I said previously, your main shooter. And also, apart from shooting at 4K 30, it shoots at 1080p at 60 and 30, along with a slow motion of 120 frames and a super slow motion of 960 frames at 720p. Then going back to the front, you have the display, like I said. Just open it up. And right now I think it's set to maximum brightness, so it doesn't really get any brighter. Personally, I don't think this is super bright. I'm not sure how it will look on camera, but the only light I have is the lamp above me, and you can see that even with it off, it's not really like super bright, I would say. It's just super mediocre. That's the only thing I would call it. So yeah, now moving on to the device itself and the specs of the device in terms of performance. It comes with a Snapdragon 712 and you have a couple different variants of storage. The cheapest one that you can get is a 4GB of RAM with 64 built-in storage, and the most expensive one is 8 gigs of RAM with 128 gigs of storage. Now there's a little bit of like wacky storages. So for instance, you can get also a 6GB version with only 64GB memory variant. So kind of weird considering the 4GB goes up to 128. So not really sure why is that, but just basically the middle size for the 6GB version comes with a smaller storage than anything else. The 8GB storage, the 8GB RAM has 64 and 120, and so does the 4GB version. So the 6 one is just like a standalone in a way. And then what else is there? It comes with a 4035 milliamps hour battery. So nothing super big, but I would say for this phone it should be fairly good. And when it comes down to the glass itself and how the build quality, so the front of the device has a Gorilla Glass 3 and the back is plastic, unfortunately, even though it doesn't really look plasticky. I would say it looks really nice in person, and you can probably see the weird like lighting pattern on it too. It looks really nice, honestly, and I wouldn't really say it's like, it doesn't look like plastic, let's just put it this way, but it is. And so yeah, the back is plastic, and also the frame of the device is plastic as well, so it won't be the most durable device out there. And then apart from the specifications, I'm just gonna quickly go over the appearance of the device. As you can see, so you have on the side right here on the right side, you only get the power button. On the bottom you have something that probably majority of people forget that even exists, which is a headphone jack, microphone, charging port, and the speaker grill right here. Let me just try to get a better lighting on it and move this out of the way. So there we go, I can get a better look. Speaker grill right here, charging obviously, microphone, and the headphone jack. Then on the top of the device you only have the loudspeaker microphone, and then on the other side you have the SIM tray, and I believe it also can take, let me just quickly put it down, and I'm gonna get the, so if I remember correctly, it also has a, yep, there we go. So you have two different SIM trays and a memory tray here, so you can use a normal SD card along with two different SIM cards. And apart from the SIM tray, you also have the volume rockers, and that's about it. Now on the back you have the fingerprint sensor, as you can see right here, and the cameras along with flash, and that's about it. Some nice marking right here, Realme, and just the typical markings that are always like somewhere here on the devices, and that's about it. Now when it comes to the front, you have just this minimal teardrop notch, which doesn't actually, and it isn't necessarily the most intrusive thing. I actually don't mind it, but then my device is a huge notch, so not sure if I should be talking about what I can accept on the device. But yeah, that's basically all you get as a notch here. And yeah, so also one last thing that I didn't say, the device by default comes with an Android 9, but it's upgradable to Android 10 if you really want that. And that'll basically finish up the overview. So if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.